So the first card you have for your past is the Hierophant. What I'm seeing here is that you're moving away from an old thought process or an old tradition that you had in your family. Maybe it was a religion, maybe it was something to do with your, cultural background, something like that. You're moving from that to something new, or you were at this time. And, maybe you read something, maybe you heard something, or maybe this is someone who you're with, who you're friends with, who you're seeing, who's influenced you in some way. And, this could be something spiritual. I am seeing spirituality here. It may not be. But this really sets you thinking and even rethinking some of the things and the ideals that you thought you had inside yourself. Some of your core ideas were changing. So, you started on some sort of spiritual journey, and I'm seeing this was probably led by someone else. I'm not seeing that I don't mean that you're just following blindly someone, but you have been influenced by someone. And yes, if this resonates, you'll just continue on this journey. But I'm seeing there could actually be some opposition toward this from your family or something like that, because maybe you've had one tradition and you're moving into a new one, or it could be some old friends or something. It's like you're changing and they don't want you to change, or they don't like, they're uncomfortable with the new person that you're going to become. That's what I'm seeing. The next card you have your past is, yes, the Ten of Swords. Yes, I'm sorry you have this horrible card. You've been through a time where, you sacrificed something, or you sacrificed a person. Maybe you weren't seeing a person anymore, you had to move away from them or something like that, or you sacrificed something that, you wanted and you lost this, or you missed out on this chance because you have something, some purpose. Yeah, you miss something so that you can be in a better position, or so that you could move to something else. I hope that makes sense. You sacrifice something so that you can, be in a new position now. At this time, this is in the past. Sorry, this is really confusing. I'm trying to explain what I'm seeing, which is that, you lost something to gain something else. But what I'm seeing is that, this thing that you've gained because you lost this other thing, you're disappointed in it. You don't think it's worth, or you didn't think it was worth the sacrifice. So yes, you were feeling some regret at this time. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry if I'm not expressing this really well. I'm just trying to speak what I see, and it's really, it's not easy. Yes, you couldn't change things. You couldn't go backwards, and you knew that, and you wished you could have made a different decision, but it's too late. You couldn't do anything about it, and you will move on, or you have already. This is in your past, and things will definitely get better for you. But it's difficult to see that when you're going through this, yes, but you'll move on to something different again, which will be good. It will be a good thing. You can't keep on looking back, but that's what you're doing at this time. So the last card you have in your past is the Five of Wands. So yes, you weren't the only person involved in this decision that forced you to make this sacrifice. And you had a few angry words with someone, actually, I'm seeing, someone close to you. So you're kind of arguing about this. It's because you were stressed and you have these regrets and you wished you hadn't made this decision. But this was frustrating for this other person too, that's what I'm seeing. And, you were letting out your frustrations on this person. But neither of you were totally to blame. That's what I'm seeing. They're really stressed about this as well. So don't let out your frustrations too much on this person. It just is what it is. There's no point in going over these old things. If you can't go back anyway, you can only go forward. Yes, the first card you have for your present is the Star. So I'm sorry about that noise outside. I'm hearing more noise all the time. Every time I do readings, there's noise outside. So yes, for single people, I'm seeing that, you're questioning. I'm seeing this questioning. You're not sure about something. You're not sure about a person. And this is someone maybe you've just met, or maybe you want to get into a relationship with, or you thought you did. And, this person's on your mind. Maybe you've just met someone. It's something like this. It is to do with an early meeting of someone that could be a relationship. No, you're not in a relationship with them. That's what I'm seeing. Not yet, but you were thinking of them as a possibility. But But at this time, your instincts are just telling you not to get involved with this person. And I'm not saying why this is. I'm trying to see why this is, but I can't see why this is. So yes, just follow your instincts. Your instincts are there for a reason. They're like a compass, and they're showing you where you should go and where you shouldn't go. So yes, anything that makes you feel bad or uneasy is a sign showing you to stay away. That's what I always think. So yes, if this resonates, please just follow your instincts. So the next card you have your present is the Ten of Wands. So for people in a relationship, I'm just seeing that, I'm getting a really uneasy feeling around this, seeing this, because I can really sense this atmosphere. There's an atmosphere around you. There's passive aggressiveness around you. So one person in this relationship is really resenting the other person for some reason, and they're holding this burden of resentment. So they're not communicating clearly. They're not saying, I have this problem, let's solve this. No, they're really kind of, oh, nothing's wrong. You might ask them, what's wrong? And they say nothing, and there's still this atmosphere. Or it could be you. It isn't clear who in this relationship is behaving in this way. But yes, there's no proper talking or anything. Nobody's clearing the air. There's just this atmosphere. So yes, if this resonates, if you're the resentful one or you're being resented, either way, try and communicate as clearly as you can. Don't hold things back. Try and get to the bottom of this and clear the air. So the last card you have your present is the World. So yes, I'm so glad you finally have this positive card. Yes, you've been going through so much and you're still going through things. But this card, I'm seeing that, there's something you were dreaming about for a long, long time, and you've put this thing on hold quite a few times. Life got in the way, things got in the way, problems got in the way, normal day-to-day stuff got in the way, and you put it aside. This World card's showing you not to drop this thing. Keep on dreaming about this thing. Keep some of this thing alive. Keep planning this thing. You've been trying to manifest this for a long, long time. And, this dream could involve studying, or it could involve learning or something like that. I'm seeing that, you'll need to learn something to be able to do this, whatever this is. But that's okay. You know that. And yes, this is just telling me that you just need to keep working toward this thing. Don't drop this, whatever you do. That's what I'm seeing now. So the first card you have in your future is the Magician. So yes, definitely don't lose sight on what you want to achieve. Again, I'm seeing this, the World and the Magician. And yes, this is going to give you energy. It's going to give you really, really good insights. And, this will make this happen. So that's why you have the World in your present, and then in the future you have the Magician, so it comes right after that, so it's fantastic. You have this great energy around you, and you have this way that you'll be able to solve problems. You'll be able to work out how to do this in a realistic way. You'll be able to make this dream happen in your future. And again, I'm seeing you're going to be learning something, maybe studying to be able to achieve this thing. Yes, but you'll start to get there a lot faster now. You'll start to put this in progress, and this will happen quite quickly. Yes, the last card you have in your future is the Three of Swords. Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, so even though other areas of your life are going really well, they're going to be really positive, like this dream you have and all sorts of other things. Yes, things will be going forward quickly, I'm seeing, with the Magician. But in love, things are still going to be stressful. That's what I'm seeing. So this resentment and this lack of communication in the Five of Wands, it's still going on in your future. And yes, either you or your partner are going to have a real conversation and end this resentment and end this atmosphere. That's what I'm seeing. So please do this if you haven't already. Go and speak to them. No matter who you are in this. And if they say, no, I'm fine, nothing's wrong, keep pushing until you get a result. Get to the end, have a proper talk with them. Clear the air. Anyway, so the last card you have in your future is the Nine of Wands. I'm seeing strength here. So even though you're going to be under this relationship stress, you're still going to be strong. You're still strong. And I think, you have the Magician, you have the World, so you still have this positivity and this strength and this energy behind you. Yes, you're going to make an effort to try and make things as calm as possible. That's what I'm seeing here too. So there's some reason why you're going to have to make things calm. And probably at this time is when you're going to have this talk with your partner. So this relationship conversation might be stressful. It might actually escalate into something. It might be a fight even. But you're going to be trying to make this as calm as you can. And yes, after this is over, even though it's going to be stressful, when this is over, you will be relieved and they will be relieved too. And it won't be easy. You won't be feeling fantastic afterwards. You'll be feeling all sorts of different feelings, but you will get this out into the open and things will be real rather than just pretending everything's okay and then an atmosphere. So Gemini, I hope this resonated, just the good bits though, but these are general readings, they won't always resonate with everyone, as I always say. But again, if you like this reading, yes, please like or subscribe or leave a comment, only if you'd like to. And thank you so much for watching.